Hi, hello everyone. This video is to show you how to use tracker to model the trajectory of a flying basketball. What you need, a tracker software you can download from the website, and also you will be provided a video of a basketball shot, and there must be a scale reference in the video for a meter sticker or objects or non-object heights. So we're going to show you in the video. So let's say you've installed the tracker and then you open the tracker. So then I'm going to show you how can you open a file to load your video. Let's go to tracker. Okay, so this is tracker. So if you want to import a video, you can go here. So you can click file, so you can see imports. So you can see the import video. So there are many numbers. Okay, depending on the numbers on your assignment task sheets. So you should load the videos with the same number as that's up here on the front cover of your task sheets. So let's say I'm going to use number 66. Okay, so this is the video. So you can play the video a little bit by using the play. So you can see the basketball is flying in the air and the video stop before the basketball come close to the hoop. So because the assignment is about for you to determine whether the basketball will fall through the hoop. So let me reverse the video to its starting points. All right. So the next thing we are going to do is set the coordinate system. To set the coordinate system, you need to find the axis icon in tracker as shown here. And the key thing you need to take care of is you need to place the origin at the player's feet level and right below the basketball at the moment when the basketball has just left player's hands. So there's a little picture here. So what I want you to do is you need to find the moment when the basketball has just left player's hand, and you put the origin, which is the intersection of two axes. You put your origin right beneath that. How about the horizontal level? The horizontal level should be at the level of the player's feet. Okay, so let's go to tracker to see how can we do it. First, you see at that moment, let me zoom in a little bit. So you can see the player still holding the ball. So this is not the moment we want. So we play forward a little bit. Okay, that's one frame each click. All right. So I click 3 times. You can see, oh, the ball still pretty much under control of player's hand. Okay, I will take that moment as the moment the ball has just been released. So this is the moment I'm going to use. So next, I'm going to use the coordinate, create a coordinate system. I click the axis right here. So you can see the axis. So you need to find the intersection point. So let me zoom out a little bit. So the intersection point is right here. So that's not what you want. So you want to put the intersection point right under the ball, but on the ground, right? So let's click. So you can see a little square there. Don't release your mouse, okay? Don't release your mouse. You drag the origin right under the ball and until reaching the level of the feet. Okay, so right now it's at the level of the feet and also passing through the middle of the ball. Okay, so then I release the mouse, then you can see right now the origin is right beneath it and also at the same level of the player's feet. So you don't want to move the axis from now on. So you want to fix the axis. So how can we do it? So you need to lock it. So you click the axis again, and right here there are some options. So you can see the visible and locked. So you just take the locked. Right now, you can't move the axis anymore. Okay, so you can see you can't move it anymore. Okay, so what next then? The next thing we are going to do is to calibrate the scale. Why do we need to calibrate the scale? Because the scale used in the video might not be the same as what we should have in the real life. Okay, so then how can we do it? So you use calibration stick tool, but then you need to find objects with known length. There are two things you can do. One is the height of the hoop, which should be 3.05 meters above the ground, or the meter ruler placed on the ground. So of course, meter ruler, the length is 1 meter. All right. So let's go to the tracker here. So let's find the ruler. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. So you can see there's a white ruler on the ground. So the problem with that ruler is this ruler is not parallel to the x-axis. That means the plane of the ruler is not parallel to the plane of the video. So that's a problem, because when you use that ruler, you assume it is 1 meter, but because this is not parallel to the plane, so that 1 meter might not be accurate. So what I want to do is to find another reference. So see the hoop. So for the hoop, we know that's above the ground 3.05 meters. I think that looks better here. Okay. So what I'm going to use is use the hoop to calibrate. All right. So let's go right here. All right. How can we do it? So what I want to do is to use track, new, and then you go there. The last one is calibration tool. We use stick. All right. You click. Right. What you want you to, you can follow the instruction. You can see there's some yellow sticker there. So calibration stick A, shift click to mark N1. So shift, so put shift. So you can see a little square. So let me put it right at the middle of the hoop. Okay, then I need another click to find the other point. So you see that there's the square still here. So right here, you want to move vertically down, want to make sure it's right below that. Okay. And right on the line over there. So, and then you shift and click. Oh, it's gone, sorry. Okay, you see, that's the line, and it looks a pretty vertical. That means it's good. It should be perpendicular to the horizontal line. And the length right here is 507. That's 507 meter. Of course, this is not a proper scale. So you need to input a proper scale. Remember that's 3.05 meter. Okay. And put this length. Okay. 3.05 meters. And you enter it. So right now it's 3.05 meters. Okay, you can track the angles right here. So you can see the angle is 89.8. It's not exactly 90 degrees, but it's acceptable, all right? And it's very close to 90 degrees. That means it's very, very pretty much you can assume this is perpendicular to the x-axis. All right, so we've done the calibration. So what next then? So let's go to our guidelines again. Okay, next thing is about to track the basketball motion. What I want you to do is to create point mass to begin tracking. And that's frame by frame tracking. And you need to shift, click, just like what we did in calibration, on the center of the basketball to mark its position. Continue until the end of video. So let's go back. First, you want to zoom in until you see the basketball. Okay, so going to use track, and then I'm going to use point mass. Don't use center mass, use point mass. Okay, use point mass. Then you see a mass A, all right? And you just get your pointer towards the center of the ball, and you click shift. Then you see a little square. Just make sure the center of that little square is right at the center ball and also on the y-axis. Okay, after you click, you just move to next frame. Oh, one. Okay, so you move up a little bit. 7, 8. You need to take like 26 or 27 times for this one. The number will be 30 frame, but you need to take around 26 or 27. Okay, so lost track. Always shift and click right at the center. Right at center, always. All right. Right, and I just move to next frame. Keep shift click, center. We're getting there. Okay, 25, 26, 7, 28, 30. Oh, I thought that should be okay, 34, but we start at the 4th frame, so it's nearly 30 clicks to finish. Okay, so remember, you don't start from the very beginning. You start from the moment the ball has just left player's hands. So see the ball is here and the hoop is right there. All right, so what next after you've done all the calibration? And the next step is to locate the position of the hoop. Again, you need to create the point mass. So, but you need to use another new point mass. So that will be point mass B to begin tracking. So you don't need to do tracking. That's only one click to get the position. All right. So let's go back to tracker again. So you see the hoop is right here. What I want to do is to track new point mass again. So there will be another point mass, which is point mass B. So just click point mass B. Right now, you're going to calibrate for, sorry, not calibrate, but track point mass B. So that point mass B is just the position of track of hoop. So again, you shift, and there's a little square there. You put the square right at the the center of the hoop, which should be on that blue line. Okay, so let's see, this is the position hoop. So you can check the position, which is X meter 6.9 and Y 3.044. So we know the height of the hoop should be 3.05, but this one's really close. And so the table here, they show you three variables: time, X meters, and Y meters. Okay, X is just horizontal, Y is vertical. And that's for mass B. Mass B is just hoop, and mass A is the basketball. All right. Okay, so basically we finished all our work in the tracker, but that's last thing you want to do is translate your data into the decimals. But I've tried, if you want to copy and paste the data into decimals, that will be really difficult. So what I want you to do is open a spreadsheet in Excel. Okay, open a spreadsheet in Excel, and you just go back here. Okay, then you want to copy them, right? Okay, so from the very beginning. Okay, so, and then you just copy all of them. Okay, and when you copy them, they give you two options: full precision and as formatted. So you can use either one. So if you use as formatted, there are only 3 decimal places, but I think the accuracy, the precision level should be enough. So I just copy it. So let's see if I paste it, what I'm going to see. So you see X and Y. All right. So for the first one, 2.63 E minus 0.3, that just means 0.00263. So you can change that number, just become 0. Okay. Right. And you can also change the format for number in your Excel. Where is it? Format cell, right? So you go numbers, so that different types of numbers, okay? And you just say, okay, how about I just use decimal places? 3 decimal places should be enough for us. Okay, so you can see right now I convert all the numbers into 3 decimal places. Then you can just copy that into decimals. Okay, for example, I want to copy that 0. So unfortunately, you have to copy one by one. You might better come up with a better way, but I've tried different approach. It seems like that's not easy to do. Okay, so like this one, sorry. So that's decimals. Okay, in that decimals, okay, I should demonstrate from beginning. You use a table and you just paste the number. So you see the square bracket, you have to cancel out. Okay, and then you just go back to Y. Might be such as very low efficient way of doing things, but there might be no other better way. Okay. So if you have to do it 30 times to get all the data into it, then you can use decimals to do the analysis. Okay, I think that's what I want to do in this video. So you know how to use tracker, and also you know how to get the numbers and put them into the Excel first and then decimals. Okay, good luck for your assignment. Okay, that's it. Thank you.